this decision to say that overeating is now classified as a disease? How will it impact our overeating that we seem to do in this country? And Dr. Mark Anderson, good morning.
Good morning.
So will this have any impact on how we eat or don't eat?
Well, one would hope so. I think by recognizing it as a disease, one runs the risk of giving people, patients, an out to say it's not my fault. But on the other hand, it may open up some resources and allow us to educate our patients and motivate them to start making some changes that would result in weight loss.
Am I oversimplifying it when I say that it's just a simple matter of burning off more calories, or at least the same number of calories that you're taking in?
Yeah, you are oversimplifying it. So there was a panel I saw one time where they were convened on childhood obesity, and they had 10 different people sitting up on the speaker's desk, everything from nutritionists, exercise, psychologists, psychiatrists. I mean, it is a multifactorial problem. It's not as simple as just cut down on the calories.
When you look at the various diseases that we have, pick one. To compare it with obesity, is that fair, do you think?
Well, it is from the standpoint of, by definition of a disease, it does meet the criteria. Now, one could argue that it's self-inflicted, but oftentimes other illnesses are too. So, the guy who may not have a weight issue but doesn't exercise and gets a heart attack, is that his fault? He didn't exercise.
Right.
Exercise could have prevented it. Or he's got the guy who lives right, does everything, and still gets the heart attack.
Yeah.
It's a disease.
As a physician, are you pleased that they have classified obesity as a disease?
I have mixed emotions about it. I think it helps bring awareness to patients. I mean, it's amazing. They come in and we tell them their body mass index is over 30 and say, you're obese. And they look at you like, I'm just going to lose a few pounds. It's like, no, you're obese. And, if it brings the awareness so that they make some changes, which it can, that's great. If it leads to everybody just copping out and saying, it's not my fault, I'm just going to sit around and get bigger, then it's not a good thing.
We always look at it as from a patient viewpoint. It's got to be very frustrating for physicians to sit and talk to individuals that aren't changing behavior.
It is. As a primary care physician where I see patients longitudinally over time, if you continue to encourage them, you do see change and you do see progress. So they just need that positive reinforcement, and they come in and say, hey, look, you lost a couple of pounds. It may not be 40 or 50, but it went down. And then they get the positive reinforcement. Same as you would counsel them around smoking. You can't go in there and berate them, or they're going to go elsewhere. They're going to shut down.
Interesting. Dr. Anderson, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think I'm going to go have breakfast. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Dr. Anderson.